Alright boys, we are back and it's time to continue with our Quebec City Ace Nordiques. Sorted out all my computer problems, so it's time to get back into this. We just finished year 7, we had the draft where we moved up for that first overall pick. A little bit of a bust though, but maybe he's a Dauphin for the future for us, right? But we got to get the re-sign stage done, free agency, and if I could get some of year 8 done in this video, that would be nice. But no promises just yet because we do have a lot to do. At the draft, I mean, we made some big trades, trading away Tyler Myers. He's no longer a part of the Quebec City Ace Nordiques. Himself and Sean Matthias, along with a few other, I forget what it was. It was the first overall pick that we had, or the first round pick that we had, to move up to get the first overall pick for this year. So we no longer have Tyler Myers on our defensive core, right? But we have players younger than Tyler Myers coming up, like Torrey Krug, Derek Pouliot. So I'm hoping that that won't be a problem. And also, because we got Casey Cizikas last year, he's going to be our second line center. We've moved Shore down to the third line center spot, and that meant that there was no room for Sean Matthias. He's too good to be playing on the fourth line and making too much money as well. So we traded him away, and we were able to pick up this young first overall pick, Dustin Sullivan. Now, I mean, he looks like a bust. He definitely looks like a bust for a first overall pick, 58 overall. But you know what, Dauphin, he had that same kind of potential, the 3.5-star potential, being a sniper. I'm hoping that in, like, 3-4 years, this guy turns out to be the same kind of player. He's already 20 years old, so it's not like he's 58 overall and 17 or 18 years old. 20 years old, that's at least, 3, 4, 5 years away from being that stud of a player if that potential stays there. So he may not be a bust, all right? I'm going to hold on to him for sure. Definitely not available to play this year, though, for us. So we got $30 million of salary cap available. Let's get some of these players signed. Now, Markstrom I have for another 3 more years. I just want to see what the contract length should be. So Jonathan Huberdeau, we got to sign him next year. So that's a big contract coming up next year. He'll be 28 years old, 89 overall. You know he's going to want something special. Kapitanov, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we got Kapitanov and Ekblad signed for 5 years. 5 years is about right. Cizikas for 2. Eberle for 2. Yeah, 5 years is about right. So 4 or 5 years. All right, so, and Eddie Lack was what, 3 years? 3 more years? Or Markstrom, sorry, 1, 2, 3, yeah. 3 more years for Markstrom. So 3, 4, 5 years sounds about right. So Eddie Lack wants 4 years at 5.9. Jesus. All right, so he does want a lot. So I wouldn't mind giving him the deal because we need Eddie Lack, but definitely has become a trading asset now. After this year, probably. When I trade away the older players on this team, Eddie Lack has got to go because we cannot afford that salary. For right now, it's fine. He's not going to drop, but for later, no, that's got to go. So 4 years at 5.250. Yeah, that works for me. All right, so Eddie Lack, he's got his pay raise right now, the regular season goalie. Defenseman, all right. So Pouliot, we want to sign this guy. He's 26 years old. Yeah, that's about good. I don't know where I'm going to play him on the team just yet, so I'll give him a 2-year deal just so I can keep the cap down. And then in 2 years, I'll have a better judgment of where he's got to go. I know he's young, but I want to see how much he jumps this year. All right, I want to see how much he jumps this year. So, yeah, 2 years at 2.75. Yeah, that works for me. All right, Braun, probably going to re-sign Braun. We're going to need another defenseman, but I'll hold off on him for right now. Same thing with Torrey Krug. Krug is 29 years old now, right? So hold off on him. Finn, all right, Ouellette, all these guys, 4-star potential. Yeah, might as well sign them. If I can get them to 2-way deals, I'll re-sign them. Ooh, I don't think I can anymore. No, I can't get any of these guys to 2-way deals. They're 78 overall. Ouellette, how about you? Can I get you to a 2-way deal? Yes, I can. All right, so I can get this guy to a 2-way deal, so I might as well sign you. All right. Herbes, no, I don't need you. I'll release this guy. Clean up the team a little bit. We got a lot of players down here. All right. Thrower, I could re-sign Thrower, Dalton Thrower. Yep, same thing. Might as well. These guys could be, they might get the jump in the last year because they're 26 years old, and if not, I can always trade them. They're 2-way deals. All right, Jimmy Hayes, I'll hold off on you. I want to see just how everyone resigns. McCallick, now this is a big one because if I resign him, I think that if I simulate to the regular season, he's going to drop. And I don't want to just sign somebody to trade him because then that hurts my GM reputation. I don't want to do that. I want to actually keep that in mind. Bickle, Clifford, I want to sign Clifford. Anthony Mantha, we definitely got to get this guy a deal, so let's get him signed. So there's they're saying that this year 2.245, and if like they're saying he's going to become a good player. Now this is the year that I'm expecting him to jump, right? You know, hang on 1 second here, boys. All right, that's much better. Okay, so 8. I don't want to sign him to 8 years. That's way too much. If I sign him to 2 years, yeah, you know what? 2 years wouldn't be that bad. I can afford that. All right, so 2 years at 3.3. Yeah, 3.3 is fine for Anthony Mantha. So hopefully he turns out to be something good for us. Clifford, I want to re-sign, but I'll hold off on him for right now. There's all the left wingers, and then the centers. Sure. All right, these guys got to be signed for next year. Peter Mueller. I want to sign Mueller because he's only 32, so I could sign him to 2 years, trade him after this year. You know, that's a perfect plan for Mueller. I'd like to do the same thing for McCallick, but I don't trust that he'll retire, and I don't trust that his overall will stay up. So if I can't trade him and I sign him to like $5 million, that's a lot of cap that I got to hold on to, right? I don't want that, so I want to hold off on him for now. Barkov, sign him. Two-way deal still. Yeah, you know what, Barkov? I'll give you a 2-year deal as well. The same thing as Anthony Mantha, all right? At 1.5. He deserves it, whatever. There you go. I want to see if these guys can play on the NHL team this year. Negrin, Thomas Hurdle. Might as well sign Thomas Hurdle. Oh, damn, defensive awareness is up at 93. I guess that's the only thing. His defensive awareness is at 93, and he's still 76 overall. You know what? I might as well. You know what? I might as well just sign this guy. He might get a jump. It's a 2-way deal. 2-way deals are easy. So there you go. I'm not gonna sign Dustin Sullivan. Let him play in the minors this year. Yeah, there's no reason to sign him. He can play down there. Well, actually, he's 20 years old. Should I? Ooh, I don't know. That's actually a good question. I'll hold off on that. We'll decide that during the regular season. Because if they're not good enough to play in the AHL just yet, right? If they're going to be on the fourth line in the AHL, I think I don't want to even sign him, so he just has to play in the CHL again, right? I think I'd rather that. Okay, so let's just go ahead a day here. Let's see how much more cap space we have available after the few signings that we have. This is what I mean. I don't think we're going to be able to get some year 8 simulating done in this video. We might just get right up to it. I'm still not ruling out any trades that we might have to make, right? So we have a lot to do. I don't want to rush this. So let's take our time with it. So we got Eddie Lack signed. So Eddie Lack is definitely a goalie who gets traded next year. All right, because then he'll be 33, and I don't want to tempt fate with a $5.25 million contract, right? So you could trade him next year. Hold on to Markstrom for 3 more years. I mean, he's worth it. But Eddie Lack might have to go. Defenseman. All right, we got to get Braun back. Krug, Finn, all these guys got to get one-way deals, but I just want to hold off for salary cap purposes. Who was that guy? Hang on. Yeah, Hayes, hold off on you. Clifford, definitely want to sign Kyle Clifford. Yeah, his defensive awareness is too good. Definitely want to sign this guy. What the hell happened? There you go. So we'll get Clifford back under contract. Just a one-year deal for Clifford. These step players, I don't want to sign to long-term contracts. I want to keep my cap space available, especially with Jonathan Huberdeau coming up next year. Bickle, same thing with Hayes. I'll hold off on you. Peter Mueller, definitely want to sign you to a 2-way deal so that I can trade him away next year. You know what? I'll just no, I'll sign him to a 3-way so I can save some money. He's definitely traded after this year, though. Definitely. I can probably go down to 3.5 for 3 years. There you go for Mueller. Terrell, McNeil. All right, so let's go ahead one more day. We should have enough cap space to sign everybody. I'm just thinking, though, maybe I should leave, I don't know, more than 10 for free agency this year, right? Because we did lose some players. I'm thinking McCallick. I think we should just drop him to free agency. All right, so all skaters. Who do we have left? So we do still have a few players here. So first, we got the goalies taken care of. Defensemen. We got Say Kapitanov plays forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 with Pouliot, and then we can get Braun or Krug just to get them. I'm going to release Matt Finn. I don't need him anymore. He's just a young rookie who's not going to get any time. I don't want to give him anything but a 2-way. Justin Braun, 33 years old. You know what? I can drop Braun. Unless he wants less than 2. If he wants less than 2, I'll sign him to a deal. 2.7, no, I'll release Braun. I can find a better defenseman in free agency, and if not, I can re-sign him. Okay, Krug. I could re-sign Krug. Same thing. If he wants like 2.5, I'm not going to sign him. But if it's less than 2, I'll get him back. Oh, yeah. Krug is worth it. Oh, yeah, that's worth it. All right, so 1.2 for 1 year for Torrey Krug, the 29-year-olds. There's all that taken care of. And now forwards. Let's see how many forwards we got. So we already have Kapitanov with Huberdeau and Eberle. There's our first line. Second line, Cizikas. We're not going to count McCalloch right now. So we got the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is right there, Manthan Barkov. 10. Yeah, okay, so I could use 2 more players. But you see what I mean? I already have Manthan Barkov coming up this year. Got to make some space for them. So there's no point in re-signing all these players. McCalloch, I'm going to let go, boys, because he wants 5.7. I wouldn't mind signing him if I knew he would stay at that for this year, but with that 2-star potential, I don't think he'll stay there. I think he'll drop, all right? So I'm going to release him. I don't want to just sign him to trade him. That's not fair on the player who's helped us bring 2 Stanley Cups here. Just trade him away and, release him and let him sign with another team. McNeil, let's see this guy, Mark McNeil. 87, yeah, not bad. Okay, I wouldn't mind signing this guy for depth if he wants less than 2 mil. Yeah, same thing as a Torrey Krug, I can accept that. There you go, McNeil. Terrell, I think I'm going to release Terrell. Danny Terrell. 84, you know what, actually, he's not a bad face-off man for the 4th line. I'll get Terrell back. Well, how much does he want, 2.2? No, I can, yeah, no, it's less than 2, I'm fine. Yeah, that's fine. There you go, 1.850. And then Hayes, how many games did Hayes play for us in the playoffs there? 14. Yeah, he was a player for us. Yeah, I'll get Hayes back on the team. I think it's time to cut Bickle. 34 years old. I think it's time. He's been replaced. The older guard, right? It's time to release the older guard. There you go, 2 mil. I didn't see how much he was asking for. Brian Bickle, 34 years old. His defensive awareness is still 83, 84, 85. Checking 80. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to him. If it's less than 2 mil, I'm gonna hold on to him. All right, we can afford it, and yeah, I'll hold on to him. Never know, right? When the injuries happen, Bickle will come around for us, and he'll just be a player that we can use just in case. I know I got to get another defenseman still, but we should have more than enough salary cap available. There you go. We got $10 million to sign that defenseman that we need, and other than that, we got everything that we require for the upcoming season. I don't need any stud forwards unless, I want to take a look at somebody, but with the $10 million, I can maybe sign like a top 2 defenseman if he's available for 1 year, just like $9 million, and then next year we can sign into a better deal long-term with Jonathan Huberdeau. But that's only if there's like some really good defensemen available. If there's not, I'm just going to sign a top 6 defenseman that can hold it down for us. All right, but I want to play some of our rookies this year. I think it's time that they can get it done, absolutely. All right, so let's see who's available in free agency. All right, so it looks like McCalloch is the top guy. Colburn, though, Braden Colburn, defensive defenseman, 35 years old. He fits in perfectly to that spot on the bottom 6, right? Penalty killer, all that, and he's only a one-year player. That works out for us. Don't need to trade away for any of these guys. No, don't need to sign any of these guys either. All red star potential. Screw that. Right goal. Oh, this guy could get a jump this year. He's got the 4.5-star potential. Yeah, I'll sign him. We're in unrestricted, right? Yeah, well, I'll sign this guy. Kirby Reichel, power forward. Yeah, he's not bad. If he gets a jump, actually, he might be a pretty good power forward. His defensive awareness is already 82. Might as well just give this guy a chance. 1 year. Yeah, there you go. 1 year, one way at 1.350. There you go. That should get it done. All right, now let's, Jonas Brodin. This might be actually a perfect replacement for defenseman back there. He's not a body checker. He's more of an offensive two-way defenseman, I guess. Let me check out the rest of the defensemen that are available. I like Brodin. Brodin fits in salary cap-wise and everything, but Colburn, right? I mean, he'll give you that that physical category, that poise 85, perfect for that second or third line, whatever you want to put him on. Braden Colburn or... I don't want Wisniewski. I don't want an offensive defenseman. Brodin. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I think I'm going to go after Colburn. Yeah, because I'd like to answer back with a solid Stanley Cup run this year, and we can sign him. And even if only can't even talk. Even if he only lasts for 1 year, that's fine by me, right? I'm just taking a look at any other forwards that are here. What was that Ratty guy about? Ty Ratty. Hang on. 27. Oh, damn, his shot. Look at his shooting. 99, 94, 92, 94. Jesus. Offensive awareness is only 80, though. This guy could be a defensive player for you, though. You know what? I might try something here. Yeah, okay, so this is what we're going to do. Defenseman, we're going to sign Braden Colburn. He wants 3 years. I'll give him 2 years. No, 1 year. If he drops, though. If he drops, he's still a top 2 defenseman. I'm just looking around when we're... Yeah, you know what? I want this guy. Yeah, I want this guy. So I'm going to offer this guy. This is what I mean about our cap space. I can just give him a one-year deal. I'm not going to give him 2 years because if he drops, then I can't sign him or I can't trade him. I don't want that. So there you go. 6.850, 1-year deal for Braden Coburn. And now we're going to go to forwards, and we're going to get that Ty Ratty guy as well. Depth scorer. 7 years, 6... Yeah, this guy, I can give him a... Oh, no, you know what? Jonathan Huberdeau next year. Let's just... I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I think I'll be fine with that. All right, so Ty Ratty and Braden Coburn. That's the only players that we're going to try and re-sign here. So let's go to the beginning of the regular season. How much time's gone by? No, we're not going to do any... we're not going to do any simulating in this video because I want you guys to be able to take a look at our team and see if we have to make any trades still. And that's after we see what kind of jumps Anthony Mantha and Barkov make. So just let me get to that spot. So Braden Coburn, the reason I only signed him to 1 year is that potential 3-star. But even if he drops to like an 82, 81, 80 overall. That's a top 6 defenseman still, right? Brodeen might have been the safer bet, but if Coburn stays up above 82, I'm happy with what Coburn brings us, all right? So we got Coburn, we got Reichel, and we got Ty Ratty on our team as well. All right, so that will help out with McCalloch maybe, Ty Ratty, with that sniper, with that power. I wasn't thrilled about his offensive awareness, but at least he can take care of himself defensively, right? And you never know, so we'll try him out this year. Definitely a new look Quebec City Ace Nordiques going into this year. You know, the good old good old boys that won the Stanley Cup the last 2 out of the last well, not the last 3 years anymore. 2 of the last 4 years. They're long gone, man. So the new look Quebec City Ace Nordiques should be interesting to see what kind of regular season we have this year. Definitely going to have to get a new goalie for next year, though, because Eddie Lack, man, he's wanting way too much. What is he making? Like 5.250 now for 4 years? I don't mind that for 1 year because I need a team. I need a goalie that can help us get to the playoffs, and that guy can definitely get it done, especially with us losing some of our players in our top 6. But I think we'll be okay for sure. We should be a playoff team still. All right, so you know what? Power of video editing. Let's skip this crap. All right, so that's much better. So, yeah, they're congratulating me or thanking me for signing another 5-year deal with the Quebec City Ace Nordiques. So, before we do this, let's see this year because I don't want to have another bust if we move up in the draft again. And this year is a big year for drafting because, what did I say? After this year, players like Eddie Lack, Jordan Eberle even, who else? Mueller, these players might be out of here. So, it might be the perfect chance to trade up for some good prospects, right? So, scouting report. So we got no goalies in the top 5. It's saying this year, 1 guy in the top 10. So maybe if we get a late pick, we can pick him up. But you got a two-way defender from the WHL. You have a sniper from the SHL. You have a power forward from the WHL, offensive defenseman from the OHL, and an offensive defenseman from the SHL. So good combination of forwards and defenders. 3 defenders, 2 forwards. So WHL and the SHL looks like it's the best place to go. So we'll go with the SHL, sure. The Swedish Hockey League. I think that's what it is, right? The Elite League? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so top 5. Yeah, and the other guy was a forward in the top 5. So we'll do the forwards first for Elite. Okay, Scandinavia. There you go. All right, so now it's time to take a look at our rookie. So I want to show you guys just one thing quickly. All right, what should we do about Sullivan? See, he's already jumped up to a 60, right? He's 20 years old, 60 overall. Now, if I sign him, I think he's too old to play in the juniors. But if I don't sign him, does he still play somewhere else, or should I sign him and just put him in the AHL somewhere? Right? That's the thing. Will he take a bump if I put him in the AHL and he plays too high up than what he's supposed to, right? Or should I just leave him unsigned and wait 1 year? Because if he drops to a yellow, 3.5 yellow star potential, that is a bust. We need him to maintain that green star potential. So what's your suggestions about Dustin Sullivan? I want that guy to turn out to be a stud for us, right? And when it comes to the rest of our team, let's take a look here. Roster moves. All right, so goaltenders. Where are you? Goalies. So Eddie Lack and Markstrom are 1-2 punch. We know that. Both starting goalies. They're both listed as starters anyways. Defensemen. Kapitanov, Ekblad, Morgan Riley. Pouliot's jumped up to an 85. Wow, that's pretty good for us. Oh, and you guys probably want to see Griffin Reinhart. I'll check him out as well, okay? Kulikov, Coburn, Goodbranson. Perfect. That is a very good defensive core now. Forwards. All right, so Reichel. I don't want to start Reichel. He can stay down there. I don't want to start any of those guys. Nope. Nope. Henriksen, I think, no, he's got to play in the minors still. He's still an other forward. Barkov, no, I'm going to bring Barkov up. I think it's time for guys like Bickle to sit. How many centers do we have? Hang on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Terrell's got to be the fourth line center. Yeah, Terrell's got to be the fourth line center. So, Bickle, you got to go. It's time for you to sit. I got him for injuries, not to play throughout the season. Jimmy Hayes, you got to sit as well. Artikainen, that should be it. All right. So Hayes and, what's his name? Hayes and Bickle are depth players now for us this year. And the way it's looking is, hang on, Pouliot. Let me just switch you with Kapitanov. There you go. And Pouliot's, where are you? Pouliot. Oh, no, Kapitanov, sorry. Pouliot. All right. So the way it is right now, it's saying Jonathan Huberdeau, Eberle, and Kapitanov. Where is Mantha? Mantha has jumped up to an 82, so there's his individual stats. Pretty good shot, pretty good passing rating, offensive and defensive awareness, just about to get there, just about, 82, 83, almost there. So definitely ready for the second line is Anthony Mantha with Casey Cizikas, and how about Ty Ratty? That's not a bad second line now with Ty Ratty's great shooting category, right? I'm a little bit worried about his offensive awareness, but the defensive awareness is at least good enough that he can handle himself, right? Or should we move up Mueller with that line with Cizikas and Mantha and save Ratty for the third line? You guys can weigh in on this, right? Because then we can go Shore with Barkov and Ratty and have a filthy third line now, and then Hartikainen, Clifford, and Tyrell. So, I mean, that's looking like a pretty good lineup right here. We got the injection of 2 new young rookies, all right, Ratty as well, but it's looking good. It's not looking like we're at a disadvantage this year. And then defensively, it's going to be Morgan Riley with Aaron Ekblad once again. Ekblad, does he jump up to an 88? Is he a top 2 defenseman now? Maybe. Kulikov and Pouliot, Goodbranson and Coburn back there, okay? So even our defensive core looks pretty good now as well. So I like our team. So you guys can help me out. Power play, 5-on-5. Remember, we're a new team, so we need new lines. Penalty kills, power play, all that good stuff, right? And last but not least, I know you guys want to see it. Griffin Reinhart, the trade that brought Casey Cizikas into this team, didn't help us win that Stanley Cup, right? But let's take a look to see if Sam Reinhart was a better player than Cizikas, basically. If I shouldn't have traded him, basically. Let's go here. The New York Islanders, where are you? There you go. Griffin Reinhart, 86 overall, all right? So he definitely got up there. Let's see, defense awareness, 83, shot blocking, 87, stick checking, 94, body checking, 89. He's definitely a good little player, all right? But if you take our team, right, and you look at our team right now, where do we miss Griffin Reinhart? You know what I mean? I'll put that question to you guys. Where are we missing a defenseman that we could use? Because in my opinion, we already have all the spots taken up. Aaron Ekblad, Morgan Riley on the top 2. All right, Griffin Reinhart wouldn't have taken top 2 time. Pouliot and Kulikov. If you're going to say that Reinhart would have been better for a top 4, all right, fine, fair enough. He's better than Pouliot and he's better than what's his name, Kulikov. But it's not like it's that much better, right? And we still have Casey Cizikas. So I don't know. I'm still happy with the trade. I like our team this year. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, and I will see you when we start up year 8 in the next video.